Chris, welcome to my office. Pleasure to have you here. Why don't you tell us a bit about yourself?
Alright, so my name is Chris and from South Korea, and my hobbies are like swimming and skiing scuba, or in music parts I like to do violin and piano and guitar. And I also in handcraft arts, so make like baking or cooking or make some handcraft arts, kind of paper mache. Okay, so that's my hobbies. So in Tsinghua, I never been to the Tsinghua University's swimming pool, so I just want to look around then. So have you been there?
No, I have not. I'm more curious. How do you have time for all these hobbies when you study in Tsinghua?
Well, after I finishing my homeworks, then in spare time I just do what I want to do. So I'm like enjoying my life more. So if I have chance to learn something more, then I will going to learn. So what about you?
Teachers have even less spare time than students. But my hobbies, when I have time, are reading and playing piano or any kind of music. But I'm actually curious because I'm very fascinated by scuba diving. And during the Spring Festival, I want to go to Thailand and try scuba diving. So what can you tell me about it? Like, how long does it take to learn it, to do it? Where did you do it?
I I did that in Seoul, Korea, and practice pool. That's maybe Olympic game pool.
Olympic swimming pool.
Yeah, Olympic swimming pool, and I just practiced there for about 1 year, and I just get the license. So I just, if I want to diving, and I can't just find any point, then I just go to dive.
Have you been diving in Thailand?
No, I never. I just have been in the Korea. I wanted to go to Finland, but in that moment my age is not. I'm not an adult, so I have to compare with my parents. So I failed. So if I have chance to go Finland, I go to scuba diving.
Talk about music. I have seen you play violin.
Yeah,
You're very good. How long have you been studying?
I learned it about for 9 years.
9 years.
Yeah, but my dream is not a violinist. So I just for hobbies I just learned. So yeah, I like to showing my violin. So if you want, I can play something.
We shall make a Tsinghua band.
Yeah,
I can play piano, you can play violin.
Yeah, that's okay.
Do you like jazz?
Yeah, I like jazz.
Really?
Yeah.
Who do you like in jazz? Or what style?
Slow style.
Slow style jazz.
Not a high tone jazz. So
do you like Miles Davis or John Coltrane?
I'm sorry, I don't know their names.
Oh, well,
I just heard the music.
Oh, see, I love the sound of piano and saxophone.
Oh.
For me, they're the perfect instruments. Or maybe violin and piano. Perfect pairing of instruments.
Violin and piano. I think so.
That's a really good point, Chris. But one of my favorite hobbies is travel. Is there anywhere in the world you'd like to go in particular?
I want to go the Ireland.
Why Ireland?
Yeah, I thought that Ireland is very beautiful land, or the air is clear, and the foods are nice, maybe. So and I like the formal houses. That's wonderful.
Where have you read about Ireland, or who has told you about Ireland?
English society and culture course. Teacher just introduced about the England, Scotland, and just Wales, Ireland. So I just really impressed in Ireland. So I loved their accent and their wearing styles. So
Well, obviously you know I am from Ireland.
Oh yeah.
And do you know the other teacher, David?
I don't know.
Well, he has a very Irish accent. I am told I don't have a very Irish accent.
Oh.
Most people don't know where I am from. They assume I'm from England because of the way I speak. Is there anywhere else you'd like to go? Anywhere else in Europe?
Australia. I love the kangaroos. I want to see the kangaroos.
You mentioned before that you were interested in Spain as well.
Yeah.
Before I moved to China, I lived in Spain for a year. I lived in the north of Spain, in Basque country, and for me, it's a completely different world. Not in a bad way or a positive way, just a different world
So,
in Spain.
for example,
Well, in my experience, because Spain is a Mediterranean country, so like Italy and Greece, it's along the Mediterranean, and the culture there is a lot more outgoing, I think. Just personally for me, I find it a little more expressive. And for someone like me, I'm very expressive. I like being loud and I like being very demonstrative. I'm not a quiet person.
okay.
So I feel a little more at home there. It was very colorful and very loud and musical. Um, and maybe in China, I find it's not like that. It's quieter. And people are still very, very nice and welcoming. But sometimes I feel like I'm too loud for everyone and that I'm just a loud foreigner.
That's nice. And so, what about you? Have you been there? Have you ever been to Korea?
No, I had not been to Korea, but I would like to go to Seoul, maybe during my spring festival. You see, I'm trying to determine whether I will go to Thailand, the Philippines, or South Korea. See, I could go to all of them, but I'm a very lazy traveler. I don't like moving around a lot, so I'd like to go to one country and stay for 3 weeks instead of going to 3 countries in a week.
Yeah.
I'm very lazy.
Okay, maybe you have to change your personality.
Nope, it's the same. You have a lot of sport activities and hobbies. I love watching sports.
Not doing sports.
Nope,
No.
I hate running because when I run, I get out of breath and I smell. I like to sit and watch other people do it. I get my enjoyment looking at other people doing their exercise.
You can go to the Korea, I think. There many people are outgoing.
Are they more outgoing than the Chinese people in your experience?
Yeah, I think they are more outgoing. They are changing their society now.
Really?
Yeah, really fastly.
This is South Korea, yes.
South Korea, and I think it's okay to go now. They are really outgoing.
Well, in my experience, sometimes I find in my class some of my Korean students maybe feel a little more homesick than the Chinese students. Most students in Tsinghua are from places other than Beijing, and everyone naturally feels a little homesick. But I've spoken to some of my Korean students, and they sometimes tell me that they feel a little more homesick than usual. They miss South Korea, the culture, the food. Do you find that happens a lot with you? Or if it does, how do you deal with it?
Oh, I'm with my father and my brother now, so if I wanna eat Korean food, I can cook them, and I think I don't have any homesick time.
You said one of your hobbies is cooking. I cannot cook at all.
Oh,
I can barely make a sandwich.
oh really?
Yeah.
Okay. If you have any time, you can come to my house and I will cook for you. And
I do love bibimbap
oh,
and
you are
kimbap.
late. Oh,
Kimbap is the best. And there's this wonderful, I don't know the name for it. It's a kimchi pancake.
Yeah,
What is
yeah.
it called?
Kimchi-jan.
Yes.
Yeah, kimchi-jan.
That's definitely what it's called.
And do you know the drink, called makgeolli?
No.
That's made of rice.
Is it
a white one.
Oh, yes. It's an alcoholic drink.
Yeah.
I don't drink alcohol.
Ah.
That's one of the things that people often say is strange about me.
Yeah.
Because I'm an Irishman, and my students, even if they do not know where Ireland is, or they do not know anything about Ireland, they know that Irish people drink. So on the first day, when the students asked me, where am I from? I said, I am from Ireland. And they said, oh, whiskey. No, children,
No,
I do not drink.
No alcohol.
No alcohol, no.
So, no cafe also?
I work in Tsinghua. I have to have coffee. I get up at 8 a.m. or I have classes at 8 a.m. I need coffee.
I always get up at 5 o'clock every day.
Why?
So I have to, because I'm living in Wangjing, very far from here.
Oh,
So
you commute?
Yeah.
For 3 hours?
No, 2 hours. 2 hours. If it jammed, it's 2 hours. Yeah.
I get up a few minutes before class begins, and then I cycle to work from the gym. My room is very close to where I teach, which is the best part of being here, because I hate losing time traveling. The only traveling I like doing is when I'm going to a different country. I hate if I had to spend 4 hours a day coming and going from university.
You will never do that.
How do you have time for hobbies when you spend 4 hours a day commuting to
4
college?
hours for the transition and maybe 6 hours for the study, and the rest of them I do my hobbies.
When do you sleep?
I sleep for 4 hours.
4 hours.
Every day. If you exercise really enough. Yeah.
Do you sleep in class?
No, never.
Because I have students who sleep in my class, and I wake them up.
Yeah, you can hit the head.
You're coming up to the exams now. Are you sleeping even less?
No, just normal.
Wow.
I'm just really carefully listening what teacher is saying and just remember that in the class. And after class, I use about 30 minutes to finish my homeworks and just go home and do my hobbies.
Do your hobbies.
Yeah.
Okay. Chris, thank you so much for coming in and telling me about your hobbies and where you're from.
Oh, me too. I'm really glad to having so nice conversation with you.
Really, I hope you go home and take a nap, okay?
Okay.